Would you hop on a rocket if NASA called you? And what if you woke up on an island with thousands of snakes? What would you do? You're gonna see all of that in today's video, so go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the video. The Tylenol murders. The Tylenol murders, an event that took place in the United States in 1982, had a significant impact on the way medications are packaged. In the fall of that year, several people in different states died after consuming Tylenol capsules, a popular pain reliever. It was later discovered that Tylenol had been deliberately contaminated with cyanide, an extremely toxic substance. 7 deaths were directly linked to this poisoning. The perpetrator behind this nefarious act was never identified or arrested, adding an element of mystery and terror to the case. The event created an atmosphere of fear and distrust, prompting authorities and pharmaceutical companies to act quickly to prevent further tragedies. In response to this crime, significant changes were made to medication packaging. Before the incident, packaging was often sealed with a simple screw cap. After the Tylenol poisoning, pharmaceutical companies began implementing more advanced security seals, such as plastic and aluminum seals, to ensure product integrity and consumer safety. These measures were not only adopted in the United States, but also in many other countries, becoming a standard practice in the pharmaceutical industry. The Tylenol case underscored the critical need to ensure the safety of pharmaceutical products, and how criminal actions can have lasting repercussions on industry practices and regulations. The main suspect died in a strange manner in 2023. High school teacher Krista McAuliffe and the Challenger Space Shuttle tragedy. Hey folks. Unfortunately, it was a stroke of bad luck for teacher Krista McAuliffe. A tragic moment in the United States space history involving high school teacher Krista McAuliffe and the Challenger Space Shuttle disaster in 1986. Initially, NASA had considered including a popular character on the Challenger Space Shuttle mission, and the chosen one was Sesame Street's Big Bird. The idea was to use the character to encourage children's interest in space. However, due to space constraints on the shuttle, Big Bird was replaced by Krista McAuliffe, a high school teacher. On January 28, 1986, just 73 seconds after liftoff, the Challenger Space Shuttle exploded in a tragedy that shocked the world. All 7 crew members, including Krista McAuliffe, lost their lives that day. The disaster had a significant impact on space programs and led to a thorough review of NASA's safety practices and launch decisions. The program allowing civilians on space flights was halted, and the Challenger Space Shuttle remains a dark milestone in space exploration history. The substitution of Big Bird for Krista McAuliffe symbolizes the transition from an initially playful idea to a tragic and memorable mission. The event also highlights the risks and challenges associated with space exploration, emphasizing the ongoing need for advances in technology and safety protocols to protect astronauts and ensure the success of space missions. The first YouTube video. Let's travel back to the early days of YouTube to reveal a fascinating fact about the first video ever uploaded to the platform. On April 24, 2005, Jawed Karim, one of YouTube's co-founders, shared a video titled, "Me at the Zoo." This 18-second video features Jawed at the San Diego Zoo, observing elephants and sharing his experience. The video itself may seem simple, but it represents a historic milestone as the first content uploaded to the platform. This small video, almost like a digital time capsule, symbolizes the beginning of a revolution in how we share and consume content on the internet. Today, YouTube is a massive global platform, and this initial video continues to serve as a reminder of the simplicity that gave rise to something so monumental. Speaking of YouTube, have you hit the like button? Have you subscribed to the channel? No? Well, then I won't reveal the next trivia. Subscribed. Let's move on to the next one. Next. Does Enceladus harbor extraterrestrial life? Enceladus, the 6th largest moon of the majestic ringed planet, is much more than an icy sphere. Beneath its thick ice layer, approximately 40 kilometers thick, lies a vast ocean with a depth of about 10 kilometers. This discovery is particularly exciting as it suggests the presence of conditions that could support microscopic life forms. In addition to its intriguing underground ocean, Enceladus is known for its giant geysers. These vents continuously shoot jets of water and ice into space, contributing to the formation of Saturn's iconic ring. The unique interaction between the moon and the planet is a cosmic dance that reveals the complexity and interconnectedness of wonders within our solar system. Thus, Enceladus is not just an icy landscape amidst the cosmos, but a world that defies expectations and invites us to explore the mysteries hidden in the frozen depths of interstellar space. a true celestial marvel that continues to surprise and inspire our quest to understand the secrets of the universe. And for you, are we alone in the universe? Tell me in the comments. I believe not. The Forbidden Island. The enigmatic Snake Island, also known as Ilha de Queimada Grande, located off the coast of Sao Paulo, Brazil. This island, despite its natural beauty, is notoriously dangerous due to its incredible concentration of venomous snakes, primarily the golden lancehead, an endangered species. The high aggressiveness of these snakes, combined with their highly venomous nature, makes the island extremely hostile to visitors. Snake Island is so dangerous that access is restricted, and tourists are not allowed. Locals tell frightening stories of people who dared to enter the island and were found dead, covered in bites from these venomous snakes. In addition to the imminent danger, the island is surrounded by local legends that add to the mystery and prohibition. Tales of a man and his family who temporarily lived on the island until they were allegedly attacked by dozens of snakes amplify the aura of mystery and danger associated with this remote location. Thus, Snake Island remains an unexplored territory where wild nature and the intense presence of venomous snakes create a unique atmosphere of intrigue and fear, making it one of the most forbidden and enigmatic places in Brazil. And guys, if you don't subscribe to the channel, you might wake up on Snake Island. So subscribe now, haha. The only black passenger on the Titanic. A poignant story unfolded aboard the tragic Titanic, involving Joseph-Philippe Lemercier Laroche, the only black passenger on the ship. Joseph Laroche was born and raised in Haiti, moving to France at the age of 15 to study engineering. There he met his future wife, Juliette Marie-Louise Lafargue, with whom he had 2 daughters, Simone and Louise. Unable to find work in the engineering field due to prevalent racism, Joseph decided to return to Haiti, believing his skills would be more useful there. His decision was also influenced by the fact that Juliette was pregnant. In an unimaginable tragedy, Joseph, Juliette, and their daughters secured tickets for the fateful journey to New York on the Titanic. When the ship collided with the iceberg and it became clear it was sinking, Joseph acted quickly and bravely. He escorted his wife and daughter to the lifeboats, gave his coat to Juliette, and uttered his emotional last words. "Take this with you, you will need it. I will get another boat. God be with you. I'll see you in New York." These were the last words he spoke to his family. Joseph Laroche never survived the sinking. His heroic act of ensuring the safety of his wife and daughters, even knowing he would not survive, stands out as a touching story of love and sacrifice amid the tragedy of the Titanic. The legacy of the Laroche family continues to resonate as a testament to the individual and poignant stories that unfolded during this tragic episode in maritime history. Nikola Tesla's predictions. Nikola Tesla, a visionary mind who, in 1926, anticipated many technological innovations that would shape the future. In an interview, Tesla shared astonishing predictions about what technology would bring to society. And one stands out: a vision remarkably similar to the modern smartphone. He described how a perfect wireless network would turn Earth into a giant brain, instantly connecting us regardless of distance. Tesla foresaw that we would be able to communicate, see, and hear each other seamlessly, as if we were physically present, even hundreds of kilometers apart. He also emphasized that the instruments to achieve this would be simple compared to the devices of his time, something we could easily carry in our pockets. Tesla's prophetic words resonate incredibly in the current era, where we live in a globally interconnected society through devices that fit in our pockets, allowing instant communication, real-time event viewing, and experiences, exactly as he predicted almost a century ago. This brilliant and anticipatory vision of Tesla illustrates how a visionary mind can transcend the limitations of its time and perceive the future remarkably. Could it have been Nikola Tesla who wrote those episodes of The Simpsons? The worst year in history. The year 536 is remembered as one of the darkest periods in human history, surpassing even the challenges faced in 2020. What made this year particularly disastrous was a massive volcanic eruption, whose devastating consequences stretched over a remarkable 18-month period. This volcanic eruption released a massive amount of ash into the atmosphere, obscuring the sky not only in a specific region, but on a global scale. The resulting persistent darkness had catastrophic impacts on various parts of the world, affecting climate and crop conditions. In some places, temperatures dropped drastically, leading to snowfall even during the summer in China. Crops were decimated, leading to widespread food shortages. People began to starve, and the lack of understanding at the time about the causes of this mysterious fog heightened uncertainty and despair. Europe was hit by an economic depression that lasted for more than a century, leaving a lasting scar on history. Medieval historian Michael McCormick described this year as the worst year to be alive, highlighting the magnitude of the events that shook civilization at the time. The lasting impact of this natural disaster underscores humanity's vulnerability to the forces of nature and how historical events can shape the future course of society. The mystery of Einstein's brain. The story of Albert Einstein's brain is truly intriguing and shrouded in mystery. After Einstein's death in 1955, pathologist Thomas Stoltz Harvey performed the autopsy, and without the family's consent or proper permission, he removed the renowned physicist's brain with the declared intention of studying it for clues about Einstein's genius. What followed was a series of analyses and studies of Einstein's brain. The brain was divided into hundreds of pieces, and many of these sections were distributed to researchers around the world. Much of the brain was preserved and kept at the U.S. National Museum of Health and Medicine. The findings from these studies revealed some remarkable characteristics. Contrary to the idea that a larger brain is directly correlated with intelligence, Einstein's brain was actually slightly smaller than average. Furthermore, a significant absence was noted. Einstein lacked the parietal operculum, a brain region partially responsible for language. The most striking discovery, however, was related to Einstein's brain's lower parietal lobe. This area, associated with mathematical and spatial reasoning, was approximately 15% larger than normal. This structural anomaly suggested a possible correlation between this region and Einstein's exceptional cognitive abilities. However, it's important to emphasize that the mystery of Einstein's genius was not entirely unraveled by studying his brain. As mentioned, the true explanation for his genius goes beyond the physical structure of the brain and involves the unique way he used his mind, his creativity, intuition, abstract thinking, and visualization skills. The ethical question regarding the removal and study of Einstein's brain without proper consent raises debates about the limits of scientific research and the posthumous privacy of individuals. How crazy, guys. Just imagining myself messing with a brain makes my stomach churn. Cheese-infested White House. This is one of the most peculiar stories in U.S. presidential history. I swear. Legend has it that a dairy farmer gifted the president with a colossal wheel of cheese, weighing an incredible 635 kilograms. Instead of declining the gift or distributing it immediately, Jackson decided to let the cheese age in the White House entrance hall, where it remained exposed to the air for 2 long years. The occasion for the Grand Cheese Party finally arrived in 1837 when Jackson decided it was time to incorporate the cheese wheel into a festive event to celebrate the end of his second term. Benjamin Perley Poore, an observer at the time, described the event in the book Perley's Reminiscences of 60 Years in the National Metropolis, recounting that the party involved a crowd attacking the cheese, with many taking enormous pieces home. The result of this peculiar festivity was a White House impregnated with the strong smell of aged cheese. The carpet became slippery, and the odor permeated the entire environment. Martin Van Buren, Jackson's successor, had the unpleasant task of dealing with the situation. He had to air out the carpet for many days, get rid of the curtains, and even repaint the room to rid it of the lingering aroma. This surreal story, besides adding a touch of humor to presidential history, highlights the unexpected and lasting impact that leaders' decisions can have, even in the most unexpected and unusual areas. Folks, tell me in the comments if you knew any of these stories we saw in the video. The video ends here, but there's a lot of cool stuff to come. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, okay? A hug from your neighborhood friend, and I'm out.